Hey everyone, a bit of a one-off video. I wanted to talk a little bit about the skill set for Bride Elsa before she comes out. I usually wait until we get full translations when she's actually in the game, but I'm so excited for this unit that I thought I'd take a look at her kit now and talk a little bit about her. So at first glance, her kit isn't too crazy. Everything is single target. She has a passive, and the general buffs she gives are pretty standard. She might be I'm pretty sure she's a single buffer, meaning she only buffs herself. Otherwise, I think they would have thrown in a character with her to showcase that she can buff everyone on the team. But real quick, let's just start off with her animation. I think it looks really good. I'm super excited to see her art. I really love her animation. I think it just looks super sick. I don't play with game animations on because I think after a while it just takes too long. But as you can see, the bottom left, you see a little bit of her art right there. I'm super excited for her art reveal. I hope it's really pretty. So taking a look at her at what we've seen from this video, she has attack up on her basic, so they've attacked once before to get her that basic up, and then they have the defense and crit rate up on her S2, and then her passive is quote-unquote unknown, but I do have this tweet here a little bit about speculation, so we'll take a look at that in a minute. And then once she kills, she activates this debuff on everyone. This is believed to be the action gauge reduction, but again, we'll take a look at more about that here. So yeah, nothing too crazy. She looks like basically a V2 of the purple Elsa that's already out. She looks like, okay, so her purple Elsa, if you don't have her, basically has the same exact kit, but I do believe her S2 only gives a crit rate up. I can actually double check really quick on the Discord. Almost have it. So yeah, it's crit rate and then reduce enemies action gauge by 50%. So it looks like the action gauge reduction on the purple Elsa is like 50% for one enemy, and then this Elsa, according to this JP Whale, has action gauge reduced by 30%, which is less, but to all enemies, and that's on passive. She can also attack twice, it looks like. So single target, well, first of all, she's blue. Single target 400% with self attack up for 2 turns, pretty self-explanatory. I think he knows the percentage here because self attack up is kind of like the case with Grand Cross, where people have the same cards, so the percentages are more or less the same. So I think he's assuming the percentages off here, and then same goes for here. Then the passive, the 30% action gauge reduction, as you can see here, whenever you kill an enemy, I believe, or whenever you attack. Oh no. I think it procs whenever you get a second turn. So I think her propping her S3 proc the second turn, and then that in turn reduced everyone's action gauge by 30%. And then single target 100% attack twice. So this means 2 hits in the attack, not the actual attacking 2 times. Then self recovery 30%, defense up for two turns, and then reduce cool time on your passive or your abilities. So recovery by 30% is something that the other Elsa also had. It wasn't a set bonus. The previous Elsa has a lifesteal this was the set bonus. So the purple Elsa has a set bonus of 15% HP whenever you recovered whenever you attack, or whenever you land a crit. Yeah, it's only when you land a crit. So critting with Elsa was her big thing, because it would proc the healing, it would proc her second ability. This unit just looks more so towards attacking, the crits aren't as necessary, which is really nice. Yeah, that's neat. The defense up for 2 turns, not bad, but defense could potentially just not matter in the future. But it's still pretty solid buff to have. It's just another problem with this unit is she's gonna have the same problem as the previous Elsa, where she has to use her basic first to ramp her up, because the basics will give her the attack up, so you're just wasting a turn unless you want to go ahead and pop the S3 without having the attack up. So you're basically gonna do a little bit less damage, which is kind of unfortunate. it was kind of like a big issue with the purple Elsa, and why I feel she wasn't as dominant before, because again, you need that extra turn to just ramp her up. Like when you do it, like it's pretty nice, but it just sucks that you have to do it in the first place. And then crit rate up, we don't know if this unit's gonna be as based on crit. Like as we can see here, what this guy is saying, it doesn't look like there's any crit abilities, so the crit rate can just like be not as big of a deal as last time. He's also saying some other stuff. I didn't get a chance to read this. We'll go and read it now. Normal performance, but also the firepower does not seem to be too high. Outside the standard, effective cool reduction depends on yourself or all allies, and does not change greatly depending on the probability of getting a turn. Also, recovery is 50% of the damage done the first time. Oh, really? So it looks like 50%? Correction, the gauge reduction of S3 is probably 100% for all enemies. And when I hit it, seems to activate something else that wasn't buffing. I couldn't attach the weakening icon to gauge. Cool characters weren't displayable with a resistance to the weakening effect. I don't know exactly what he's trying to say here, because Google Translate isn't the best. But there could be some other things at play. Again, this is probably just like a speculation video. I usually don't do these because, you know, why do these when you can just wait for the actual translations? But I was just so excited for this unit. I really wanted to make a video talking about her. I'm hoping she's good. For my team, my box has so many DPS characters that I probably really don't need this character. I probably should skip, but you know, Elsa's my main girl. I'm gonna go all in. You can expect probably a small summoning video. I only have like 6k gems because the newest event has really just completely nerfed how many gems you get in the game. The new subjugation event, I was kind of positive feeling towards it on it at first, but the more I played it, and it's already about to end in a couple days, and I'm not even close to halfway getting all the free missions, which is insane. Like this new version of the event is terrible, and I hope they never do it again. I don't care about the free multis. I didn't even get one of the memories completed. I don't even have a single new memory from this, like or no, I do have some memories, but like I don't have a single new memory that's maxed. Like I don't have the old 55k one that was shiny border maxed, because obviously it's like the very last reward, and I'm not going to be anywhere near it. My regular version of the new memory, I think it's like red star right now, maybe, I'm not too sure. But there's like almost virtually no rewards this time around, and it just kind of sucks because it's obviously them just trying to scam the player base into trying to spend more money and summoning. So I absolutely hate this new version of the event. Not to mention we don't have a new character this time around, so we don't get the stamina bonuses from the dungeon when it comes, and we also don't get the next character for the next time the event comes around. We get the free character. So we won't have that boosted unit. So if this structure is the same the next time around, it's going to be even worse for rewards because we're not going to have that free boosted unit. Like right now we have the free boosted unit, Hetero, from the event, and even then, yeah, I'm still super low on rewards. So the subjugation event, the new one, is god awful. I hope they change it. It is now the worst event, the worst piece of content in the game by far, in my opinion. It is utterly terrible. I used to hate the all-out war because how frustrating it used to be. But as I've built my box a lot more, it's become a lot less frustrating and just less interesting. Subjugation is just both. It's super frustrating because I don't get the rewards. It's super not interesting because the 55k doesn't even matter anymore, so beating it felt like nothing. So yeah, this game is going really downhill, and Elsa, you know, coming to the game is really exciting for me. This is the most excited I've been for a long time. I don't know if anyone noticed, but like the recent like videos, like I haven't just been posting video after video after video just because I've been kind of burning out of the game. Like it's not fun to play. It's pretty miserable playing as a free to play. I love the game. It could be really good, but just the way they're handling it, it's just really upsetting. But having Elsa in the game, one of my favorite characters, be a bridal unit, that's going to be so cool. I just hope she's good. I don't expect her to be. I'm hoping, but looking at the facts here and some of the speculation, it's clear that she's probably a skip. Again, anniversary is coming up. I've said many times before, every banner that comes out from here on out is an anniversary watch, you know, so potentially everything is a skip, literally everything. We have about 3 months to go. If you don't know, it's around September. I'm not sure the exact date. I used to know it and I just forgot it. But it's very early September. So just be aware of everything that comes out. Don't let anything, you know, fool you. If anything, we get a lot of time on these banners. Some banners last entire months, so just chill out, wait out. You know, Bride Amelia is still in the game, so if you like Elsa more than Bride Amelia, but you summoned and the first day Amelia came out, you know, that was kind of your fault. Like, you have an entire month, literally an entire month to save for any potential news or other units that come out. So yeah, I'm very excited that she's coming out. It looks like she's going to be a special effect character for the new event, which just basically means more points, I believe, for medals, as you can see right here. Then we have the event itself being a rerun, I believe. I haven't made a video on that yet because we just got the boss. The boss character is the same from, I think, Sword Saints. So when Sword Saint Teresia came out, her boss was the same exact one as we're getting now. I believe it's one of the first times we got a rerun. I don't think I've ever seen a rerun before. So it's the first one that I've seen while I've been playing. So it could be potentially them being lazy, or it could be bad sign for the game that they have to reuse assets because they don't have something in the budget to create any more, or they're trying to save to not create any more new bosses. So it could be nothing, it could be pretty big deal, so we'll have to wait and see. And we don't even know if the boss is going to be exactly the same. Like, the actual character is the same, but we don't know if like the battlefield is going to be the same, or like the entire event, like the way it fights, the debuffs, the buffs, the attacks. We don't know anything yet, so I haven't made a video on that. That's why. But yeah, I'm very excited. Also, then we have confirmation that the skill 3 does 30% healing of it. No, I think just a portion of healing according to that damage. I don't know what percentage. I think that's what this guy said. He had said self-recovery. He corrected himself. This was the action. Oh no, he corrected himself on the action gauge. So the recovery is most likely 30%. I think the action gauge reduction is 100%, so that's pretty good. Like, this could be pretty interesting. It just depends on how her stats are and how she's able to play around those stats and everything else around the kit. So again, she looks really basic on first glance, but there could be a lot more to her. So I'm very excited to see. I hope she has some really good stats. I want to see like a 1700 attack stat. Maybe even 1800. I don't think 1800 would be that crazy because she doesn't do too much. Like, she doesn't have all these crazy buffs. Like, even with her attack buff, I think an 1800 attack stat with a single target isn't too like overpowered or anything, especially with the way they're going in the game. I think it'd just be nice for her. I want to see her get some crazy, you know, unit. You know, I want my favorite character to be OP. You know, what can I say? I hope she's decently fast. That was one thing with the other Elsa. She was pretty quick. So it's really cool having quick characters. I love speed in any game, so that's just like a personal like kink of mine, I guess you can say. I like speed. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's gonna do it for the little speculation. Look at our kit. Again, you have all the time in the world. I'll go over this again once I do the should you summon, but you probably shouldn't summon on this character. As much as I hate to say it, I see all of you commenting on the other video how much you want to summon on this character. I didn't think Elsa had so many fans, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, she's probably gonna be a skip. It pains me to say it, even though I'm still gonna summon all my gems and maybe some cash. I don't know, who knows. But yeah, again, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully we get her full I wish they were like Dokkan, where they just released her full kit first before putting her in the game. That way they can raise hype like Dokkan does. And those videos are awesome. I love watching breakdowns of like the units before they come out. I really wish ReZero would do that, but it is what it is. So I'll see you guys in the next video.